Our next speaker to start off the night is going to be Leah Kimmell, and she has lived in Monona for over 20 years. She's proud of her work for the city of Monona over the last 10 years, and she's currently the Director of Administrative Services for Monona, responsible for the city's human resource and payroll functions. Leah grew up in Milwaukee, and she's a graduate of the UW of Madison. Give it up for Leah Kimmell, everybody.
So, the theme of my story tonight is I didn't see this coming. So, I grew up in Milwaukee. I came here for college. I met my husband-to-be, who's now my husband that is, in college. We graduated and we got married, and then we decided, let's have a baby. So, we had a baby. His name is Alex. And he was just this cute, round, chubby, happy little baby. And we had tons of fun with him. So after a couple years, we decided, this is fun. Let's have another baby. So we were blessed enough to get pregnant again. And I was about 5.5 months pregnant, and we went to the doctor for a routine ultrasound. So it's me and Wayne and little Alex. And we're in the ultrasound room, and the ultrasound technician has the, camera thingy on my belly, and she says, well, here's a head, and here's a head. And I sort of looked at my husband with a confused look on my face, and he also had a confused look on his face, and I said, I'm sorry, what? And she said, well, here's a head, and here's another head. And then at this point, little Alex is saying, the baby has two heads. The baby has two heads. And the ultrasound technician realized that we had no idea that there were twins in there. But there were twins in there. Didn't see that coming. So the twins were born. We named them Andrew and Benjamin, Ben and Drew. And from the day we brought them home from the hospital, we knew that this was going to be a wild, wild ride. We affectionately now call the first year of their lives the dark year because we just walked around in a fog of exhaustion and dirty diapers and crying babies for a whole year. Ben and Drew are identical twins. They look exactly alike. In fact, Alex, until they were about 3 years old, couldn't tell them apart. So he just used to say stuff like, Mom, the guy in the blue shirt's eating toothpaste again. Mom, the guy in the red shirt just put a pancake in the VCR. That was fun. But they're more identical in just their looks. They kind of were like two little bodies with one giant brain. And they became this force to contend with. Like if they wanted to have a snack before dinner and it was too close to dinner and I said no, they would gang up on me, and one would distract me and one would confuse me, and they'd talk in circles until finally I didn't even know what I said no to, and they're sitting in front of me eating granola bars 5 minutes before dinner. They went to preschool. And after a couple months, the preschool teacher called me and she said, I think that you need to consider sending them to separate preschools. And I said, why? And she said, well, they're kind of in their own little world, and they don't really play with any of the other kids, and they kind of just do what they want. So I said, okay. So we sent them to 2 separate preschools. And that was when we discovered the divide and conquer part of having twins. That if we really, really needed them to do something, both of them, we had to get them apart and somehow convince one of them that what we were saying was really going to work and was really true. And if we could get him to go along with us, the other one would automatically follow. So the dark year was over, and we learned the divide and conquer method. And so slowly things started to get easier. And then one day I started to realize something interesting. These two are kind of funny. Not just funny kids say cute things and they're funny to their parents, but like they're really funny. Like they make me laugh a lot and they make other people laugh a lot. One day we were going to a doctor's appointment. I was taking them to a doctor's appointment and they were buckled in their seats in the back, and we were going down the road and we passed Bachman Pool and Spas. And out in the parking lot they had set up this hot tub, and they had these 2 female mannequins dressed in bikinis in the hot tub. And they said to me, "Mommy, what kind of swimming pool is that?" And I explained to them, it's not a swimming pool, it's called a hot tub, and it's filled with hot water, and adults like to get in and relax. They thought that was fine. So we went to the doctor's appointment, and as we're getting in the car to come home, they said, "Hey, Mommy, on the way home, can we stop at that hot pool and go swimming with those girls?" Ha 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 ha. And I was like, these 2 are kind of funny. And they continued to make me laugh and continued to make me laugh. So last fall, they went to college. And despite all of my efforts on dividing and conquering, they went to the same college, same dorm room. They're roommates, which I was secretly super happy about. But anyway, so we're moving them into their dorm, and they get a phone call from their aunt who's asking them, "Hey, how's it going? How's the move-in going?" And they're talking to her on the phone, and I'm listening to them talk to her, and Drew says, "Well, everything's good, but I don't know about my roommate. He seems a little weird. I think he might be vegan. You know what that means. Lots of gas." And so as they're sort of doing their duo comedy routine, it suddenly hit me, and I started to cry. Because I realized all that time that I spent waiting for them to grow up so that it would get easier, and all I wanted was that time back again. And I didn't see that coming either.